Hi and welcome back to Larand Gaming, and if you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm Larand, and yes, we are here in a new game, and this channel doesn't feature new games often, but yes, here we are. We are today in the game High Realms, which is brand new. It's been out, I think it's like 2+ weeks or something right now, and we're gonna see what this game is all about, and I will show you. And in this episode there will be like an introduction to this game, and just gonna go through the basics. I know some of you are already pros and expert and all that, but this is just going through the general mechanics and what you can do and what to expect from the game, what it has to offer you. It is highly inspired by Minecraft Skyblock and also Roblox Island, and the outcome is a mixture with a unique touch. We're gonna dive straight to it. So first of all, when I get to a new game, this is by the way my alt character, so I have a different one, but I want to show you what this game looks like from the beginning. And what we start with is some basic tools, some wooden tools. You have a sword, you have a pickaxe, you have an axe, you have a garden hoe, and also some seeds. Just like Island, because I know so many will draw parallel comparisons to Island. You can use the garden hoe like this, and you plant some wheat seeds that you had in the beginning in your inventory. You also have quests, greenhorn, and as you can see, use your hoe to plow grass, 1 out of 1, and plant wheat seed, and then we're gonna just wait for them to grow, and then we will have completed our first quest. Regarding controls, it's just like any Roblox character, but you can also dash. So with the Q button, this is on PC by the way, no big surprise, but you can dash with the Q button. So if you want to leap across this gap, you can use Q button like that, very easy. Otherwise you will have to build a bridge, and to do that you need blocks of course, and you can grab it basically from this island. So that's also something that we're gonna do. But before we start to tear down this island, we need to go through some other things, such as the interface itself. We have the inventory, the backpack. This one is currently just totally blank because I haven't done anything. But you have a craft menu here, which contains all the items that you can craft. There's also other items that you can get from farming enemies, for instance. The island button here, you can basically turn on and off if you want to have visitors on your island, and also set the time of the day to noon or night, which is great. Sometimes I think night is much better looking, but at the same time when you are building and planting, I think noon is much better because it's much clearer to actually see what's happening. And this is collaborative building, so meaning that if you invite friends, you can build together, and then you will share the same inventory as the owner of this island. And now we have actually the first crops ready, so we're gonna farm these wheats, do like that. Quest complete. Find a way to the other side of the island. We can plant these seeds again, of course, because we're gonna need to get some kind of farming or grind going. This game is, by the way, very grindy, but it also depends a little bit on your own play style. So there are many different options. If we continue with these user interface buttons here on the right side, you have the shop. Here you have an option to purchase special blocks. It's just visual blocks basically, if you want to make it look more unique. Not needed by any means. You get very far with the standard blocks, I must say. You can also have like a free flight function. Doesn't really affect anything. If you used to play Island, for instance, you're used to also build those bridges and scaffolding to climb around, so it makes it easier, but at the same time it's not needed. Pro backpack, larger inventory basically. If your inventory is full, you can still build regular chests. It just costs regular wood, very easy, so it's not needed either, but it's very convenient to have. Island expansion, the maximum number of blocks that you can place in this space is currently 120,000 blocks, but you can also expand it up to 400,000 blocks. The space itself is the same, it's just that you can place more blocks in this area. If you're not happy with the small and large chest that you can build, you can also otherwise buy like a bigger premium chest. I don't think this graphic is correct right now. It looks slightly different if I remember it correctly. And then you have also these coin packs, but that is, in my opinion, it's something that you can use if you want to get a good boost in the beginning, because the value of these coins, well, they will drop a little bit as you proceed, because then you will be able to have these large farms and the coins, it really won't be a problem. And then we have the stats. We can actually use this, we go to the stats last. We have the cogwheel where you can also just toggle auto climb, player titles, as you can see above my head here. We can have it on because it's fun. And then we have the audio with the sound effects and music. Underneath the stats, this is the most important one, I think, or most interesting one. Here you can see all the different kinds of activities and the level that you have in each category. So you have the forestry, you have mining, you have combat, you have farming, and you can choose whatever path you want. When I played it the first time, I went for farming. It went very well, I must say. I got a solid income. But if you prefer to go in and fight monsters or mobs or enemies, whatever you would like to call it, then you have the combat. You level up those and you can get better and better swords. You have the mining, just like, well, any block-based game. You mine those blocks out in these different areas that we have in the game. I will show you them later. And you have the forestry where you cut trees. For each category you also have the different kinds of, in this case, different kinds of trees. And as you level up, you get access to craft more different items. And then you can get badges if you start to work with these different achievements. Those badges is something that you can attach above your head like this, showing your achievements, which is a nice feature. Like it a lot. And then we have the statistics. If you like numbers, here you can basically see everything that you have done. Also the playtime, and as you can see, this account is very young. So it's roughly 10 minutes old when I record it. And also the island size with the block count, which is also kind of interesting to see how much you have been working. We're gonna actually also farm these again. I just farm it using the sword, it goes very fast, and then we're gonna replant them. When you are in the hub or lobby or citadel, anything that is growing on your private island stops to grow, so it only grows when you are present on the island. Important to know, because if you're familiar with islands on Roblox, then it grows while you're also away, but this is not the case in this game, so you have to be present. And we're gonna go to, let's see, find a way to the other side, use the portal. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I should build a bridge or not, so we're just gonna build that bridge ever so quickly. We're gonna grab a few blocks here just to make sure that everything goes as planned. It's good to do those quests actually, because if you do, in the end you will end up getting gold tools, which is currently the best tools that you can get, but it's a long journey to get there, so it does require a lot of work, but if you do, it's gonna be well worth it. You're gonna need those tools anyway. In my case, when I went for farming, it ended up basically, I made the tools before I made the quests, and yeah, so I had to sort of redo everything, so that took a little bit of extra time. It wasn't necessary, but yeah, that's the way it is. I don't think you maybe need to do this. Yeah, I think it's just gonna auto-complete once I go through this portal, so we're gonna do that. And we got an achievement or a badge award. We have the Wanderer, so we can attach that if we want to. So if we go into the stats, we go to the badges, we should have an achievement here. We have the Wanderer, we have the Drifter. I'm gonna go with the Drifter. I use it also on my main. I like that one the most. But here we are in the Citadel. Here is where basically you can get access to the forest with mainly doing a lot of wood cutting, but you also have flowers and some enemies. We have the mines. The mines is all over here to the right. You can follow these signs. We're gonna go there also in this episode, since this is just the introduction. Mula's Market, yeah, here we have basically where you can buy seeds. The more you harvest and farm on your island, the more different seeds you unlock. We can actually sell those wheats. So if we sell it, we got 6 of them, we're gonna get our first coins. Here we go, 24 coins. I feel rich already. And then we have a regular block vendor. So if we switch to buy, here we can buy different blocks. So if you're not interested in grinding enemies, many of these blocks you can actually get from here. And if you don't like picking flowers to get colored blocks and such, then you can just basically buy these directly here. Underlings, that's gonna be like an entirely different episode. This is what makes this game very unique. This is basically related to your own local farming ability on your island. So there is currently 23 different underlings, and they will work for you basically. And at the end of the day, you can basically pick up whatever they have been gathering for you. But to unlock them, you need to have basically maximum mastery in that specific category. And then you can purchase it from here. We have the blacksmith. So if you're not gonna sort of follow the quests here, you just want to buy the weapons directly without actually farming the specific materials. As you go along with leveling, you can get them from here basically. And once you start to, let's say if we go to the mine, we can actually go to the mine because that's gonna be up next. We're gonna upgrade this wood pickaxe to a stone pickaxe. So if we go in here, we're gonna mine some regular stones, and those blocks that are a little bit brighter, those are the ones that you can farm. So if you go with the pickaxe and start mining on those, gonna go actually pretty fast. So we're gonna go with stone blocks first. If we go into the craft menu, we can check it out, just what it takes to get a stone pickaxe. So we have required level 2, and you need 32 stones, and we're gonna make one of those. I know I don't really follow the quest again as I did the first time. I don't follow it, but you're supposed to go to the forest first. I did level up. And if we go into mining, you can see I'm level 1 and I'm working my way up to level 2 to get this stone pickaxe. We're gonna get that stone pickaxe because it's very useful. I like to get the tools upgraded as soon as possible. We need also to get 32 stones down here so we can actually craft it. I'm not gonna bother about all the other materials because we need to farm it later anyway. And here we are, one more. And we actually got more. We got 34. So, now we can craft the stone pickaxe. We're gonna do it like so. We got a stone pickaxe, and we're gonna put this wood pickaxe away. We don't need it anymore. I'm gonna put these blocks inside the backpack also, like that. So it's a big difference to get an upgrade like this early on because it goes so much faster. So basically we are already up at level 10 when it comes to mining rocks, and that means that we can build like a cosmetic campfire on the island. And we have also unlocked access to the first underling, which is the easiest one, I would say, the stone underling. But that's basically what we have in the mine, and as you proceed further in, you get the rarer materials, and it also recommends you to be a higher level. Gonna go back to the Citadel. But over here to the left we have the forest, and that's also what we have in the quest. Find and enter the forest, left of Citadel. And here we are at the forest. So the quest now is to collect 32 oak wood, and we can do that also. There are slime monsters here. They are dangerous when you are at a low level. They become easier as you proceed and level up, of course, and then you also have better swords. But in this forest you also have flowers, so you can get those. I'm not gonna get them actually with the axe. If you have the pickaxe instead, it goes so much faster, as you can see, like that. And those are used to make colors when you make colored blocks. And we're gonna use actually a lot of flowers in the next episode, because that's when I'm gonna start making this first build. A very easy build, looks good, and yeah, I really like it. I think, oh, here we go, first tree down, a lot of level ups. We have 3 woods out of 32. We're gonna just do the first part here, just to show you what it looks like. Staying and keeping my distance from the enemies here in the beginning, because yeah, I'm just here to get the oak wood. And you level up really fast in the beginning, especially on the lower level materials. Eventually it will start to slow down, and then it will take more and more time, and that's when the real grind might start, depending on what you want to do. So this tree is actually a little bit thicker, takes a little bit longer to cut down, but it also yields better. I think it actually yields better experience, but also, more importantly, more wood, because that's what I want right now. So here we go, we have quest complete, find and enter the mines. Well, that's the place where we just came from. But while we are here, that's an enemy by the way, that's a slime. But while we are here, if you like to play around and build with colored blocks, and if you don't have money to actually buy them in the Citadel, just get these flowers. It's very easy. Take them like this, and then you have down here in the water, you have clay blocks. Mine those. So if you combine and make a color from the flower and combine it with the clay, then you have a colored block. It's very easy, and it can make your island look very good very fast. But now we're just gonna rush towards the mines again, just to get the quest to continue. And here we are again at the mine. So now I actually got collect 32 stones, so it would have been better if I just follow the quest line, so I advise you to do that. Otherwise you need to redo this, but I do have a better pickaxe now, so it will go a little bit faster. But it wasn't really necessary to go here first, because if you do want to do these quests, just follow them directly. Here we go, another level up, nice. And the mining leveling, that's also good, because the higher level you have in mining specifically, then you're gonna be able to make better pickaxes faster. But here we are, we're gonna get done very soon. It's just this block, and now we're gonna craft the stone pickaxe, the one that I just made. But we're gonna make another one, and like so. Now we have completed that one. And we need to gather even more stone. Alright. But we're gonna leave that for now. Or actually, no, we're gonna do that because it's better to start and continue the questing if I just finish this one fully in this episode. So just gonna speed it up and get that completed as well. Okay, so another 32 stones has been collected, and now we can actually create a stone axe. This is actually very good. It's very convenient that we get tools upgrade early on. And we're gonna need to kill 10 green slimes. We're gonna leave the combat part for next episode, or maybe later, because I will focus to make a smaller, very sort of easy to make build. And gonna go back to the island now instead. One more thing that I just want to show you. I'm gonna switch to my main character to show you how you can also customize the skybox and to change portals, because you can unlock additional portals and you can also get different skies here, and you get them from as I showed you before with this island button. You have portal skin and you have sky skin, but there's nothing to show here in the beginning, so you need to work a little bit to get additional skins. So gonna jump over to the main character, and here we are. This is the main character. As you can see, I have replaced the portal. This is a slime portal. This is an award that you can get with if you get slime killer achievement, which is, I think it's killing 1000 slimes. As you can see, this skybox is amazing. You have to excuse me, but I have made like a big frame just to visualize my building limitations, so I don't build something and end up having to move something afterwards because I reached the end of this big cube. But basically, here we are. We have customization of the portals. Gonna go through the different portals a little bit later in a different episode, but also this very cool skybox. This skybox is also free. This is something that you can get as an achievement, which is just fantastic. I am farming a lot. I do have free flying game pass. It's nothing that I will use mainly in my videos because I want to just show you that you can do all these things without it. It's just for my own convenience. I have different areas here basically. The underlings, we're gonna go into those a little bit later in a different episode, as I said earlier. But also if I want to have underlings that is farming different ores, and also an area here if I want to farm some trees. So different materials needed in these different zones. So that's the introduction to High Realms, and I know the majority of my viewers and subscribers, they are into Fishing Simulator, and yeah, you don't have to worry, there will be more episodes from that game as always. It's not gonna change, I promise, but the channel will start to feature more and more videos from this game also, because I really like building and create stuff, and this game is just brilliant when it comes to that. And we're gonna see how we're gonna be able to transform this, well, my own island into something cool. But yes, that's about it for this episode. In the next episode, we're gonna make a build based on colored blocks. It's gonna be easy, it's gonna be free. All the tools that is required is something that we already have now from this episode. So in any case, that was all I had for you today. If you do have any questions or comments about this, please put them below. Like this video if you would like to see more content from High Realms. Please subscribe, and yes, have a nice day. Bye everyone.